I want to welcome everyone back to another episode of Generational Investors Podcast. And could you use some extra money? Could you use some extra money to pay down bills, pay off debt, go on vacation, invest? All right, I'm glad you answer those questions with a yes, because the one and only Coach Flo will help you today on passive income and continue on a series, side hustles and passive income. So we ain't wasting no time. Hit that thumbs up, hit that like, and continue to share. The first one we'll talk about is renting out parking space. That's right. Renting out parking spaces. A city that attracts crowds. You can use this app. It's called Spacer. All right, Spacer. Definitely look that up, do your research. The average host earns around $200 a month, roughly, for renting out their driveway. So whatever city, like I'm from Houston, but you might be from Dallas, you might be from Austin, you might be from LA, you might be from Miami, you might be from Los Angeles, wherever you're from. Think about places that have concerts, entertainment, any type of attractions, okay? Food spots, mini restaurants, okay? All type of restaurants. Let that be a place that really draws a crowd in, and you too can make this money, all right? $200 a month, if not more, depending on how often you're using this Spacer app. So you just got to do your research on that, but definitely something to consider. Moving to operating a vending machine. That's right. These are some of the questions you should think about when you're looking to start in the vending machine business. Think where you want to put it. Okay, do you want to put it in these shopping centers, outlet malls, office buildings, okay, gyms, okay? Type of inventory. This is the second question. Type of inventory you want to stock in this vending machine. Okay, if you want the water bottles, you want Gatorade, you want Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, okay, Powerade, vitamin water. Okay, think about what inventory. And then on the snack side, you want chips, you want chocolate candy, you want Skittles, Starburst, you want peanuts, do you want any type of fruit snacks? So think about things that people will patronize and buy, okay? And then that's going to give you an indicator of what's going to be your hottest seller. Also, you can buy used or refurbished machines. This can roughly cost around $1,200 to $3,000, just give or take. You just got to do your research. You can look up on Google, eBay. You can look up on Amazon. You can look up Etsy. These are all type of websites that really can make you some money. Okay, definitely, especially when you're talking about Amazon. Amazon one-stop shop. So I would say Amazon over eBay or these other websites and search engines, but definitely Amazon, that one-stop shop. So do your research on how much a vending machine costs and where and what to put in the vending machine. Moving on to buying rental property. Let's talk about the pros first. There's pros and cons and everything. Pros, this is reliable cash flow. A lot of people who tap into the real estate space do make money, but cons, you have to think about paying multiple mortgages. So depending on if you got your own house or if you in an apartment, you have to factor in, if you're going to go into this particular space, think about you got to pay these mortgages or some type of rent, depending on what type of real estate property you have. Property taxes. A lot of people fail to think about taxes, specifically property tax. When you don't pay your property tax or any tax, but specifically property tax, you set yourself up for failure. So think about what type of property tax, depending on where you're located at, what city, what county, okay? All those things varies. These laws change so much. So do your homework. And then other costs, maintenance. Let's just say you're trying to fix her upper, depending on what needs to be fixed. Could be the fence, could be the roof, could be the door, could be the window, could be the flooring. Okay, people the flooring that that can cost. So all these different type of things, maintenance wise, definitely consider. Research property. I don't know how many times I gotta say research property and property taxes, research maintenance. All right. So there's money to be made, the cash flow part, but think about the initial investment, the money that you need to put up front, and the pros and cons before you tap into this space. But there is money to be made, because I'm looking to, me and wife is looking to get some type of property going forward. But definitely things take time. But once you get with the right people and do your homework, definitely can make money. Moving on to rent out your home. So whether you say an apartment, condo, loft, or whatever place of residence you stay in, you can Airbnb or Vrbo. Okay, Airbnb and Vrbo, especially now it's the summertime, people are going on vacation. They definitely are looking for a destination vacation and places to stay. Some people say, I ain't trying to deal with staying in no hotel. So that's Airbnb. That's Vrbo it. So this allows you to set up dates when you're on vacation. So Airbnb and Vrbo does allow you to do that. Average earnings, you can roughly bring $14,000 to $44,000. Okay, after initial investment. So like I said, gotta put money up front, depending on where and what needs to be furnished. All right, the space, taking photos. Okay, take photos of your own space. Definitely spruce up your space. All right, definitely want to make sure that some good photos. If you're gonna advertise your own space, you want to have this looking like nobody didn't clean up. So you want to do that. Paying taxes in Airbnb. All right, that's gonna be the tax that you're gonna pay once everything get on profile. You set your profile up and you go in and do all the due diligence. Okay, so things varies local, things vary state. So all these taxes, but remember, it's going to be some type of tax involved. But don't worry, because if you do your due diligence, do your homework, there's a lot of money to be made in the Airbnb in space. Vrbo, like I said, people are looking for destination vacations all the time, specifically in the summertime. So this is where you get your bang for your buck if you're gonna go in that route. But overall, go ahead and do your homework on these side hustles and create this passive income. All right, people are doing this every day. So I got one question for you. Why wait? What are you waiting for? Okay, leave me a comment below if you started a side hustle, if you started on a passive income, or you're going to start. So leave me a comment below. Have you started a side hustle? Because why wait? What are you waiting for? People are losing jobs. People are getting laid off. People are living in storage units. Lights being cut off. Food is too expensive. So people are just trying to make ends meet. And with so much information and ways to make money legally, legally, why wait? What are you waiting for? You're waiting on your friend, you're waiting on your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your family to decide your future? Now's the time to invest in yourself. Don't wait another day. Start today, and who knows where your dream, where your vision will go. But the main thing is starting. And then from there, be consistent. Smash that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, because like I've said, and I'll say it again, Don't let no one tell you what you can or can't do, because it can happen through you. And I believe in you. Stay tuned. There's more in store. See ya.